Life is the opposite of death, and life has many forms. We live it moment by moment, and we must enjoy our life and walk in the right way, because we only live it once. And here in this article one gathered for you some Arab judgment about life. Do not cry for those who sold you, and do not make him cry for your loss. Everything we buy with pain except the pain itself, for free. You can demolish a mountain, but you can't hide a wreck. A person must know everything about something, and know a little about everything. Raise your heart to lose the things you love so that you will not be shocked when you lose them. The heart is called a heart because of its volatility. There are countries within which there are peoples, and there are peoples without states. Who does not risk anything does not win anything. When coming down to know your brother, the head of wisdom is the fear of God. A person may sell something that he has bought, but not sell a heart that they like. If he kicked you behind you, know you are in the front. If 1,000,000 loved you, then I am with them. If one loved you, it is me. If no one loves you, then know that I died. Be like the moon that shines for people for millions of years and does not wait for a person to raise his head and say thank you. 3 guests come without a date: love, luck, death. Satan takes 10 hours to deceive a man, and a woman takes 1 hour to deceive 10 demons. Conscience is a quiet voice that tells you that someone is looking at you. Silence sometimes has a noise. It grinds the bones of silence. The problem of the world is that the idiots and the fanatics are always confident in themselves, while the sane people are filled with doubts about themselves. Every disease is a medicine that can be used except for folly. Al-Khair asked his Lord, "Where do I find my place?" He said, "In the hearts of those who are broken by me, who know me." Those who do not know misery will not realize the value of happiness. 3 things in life go without return: speech, opportunity, time. The world. An enemy in a friend's clothes. In the end, we do not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Despite the eclipse and the eclipse, the moon remains a moon. Do not cry for those who sold you, nor make him cry for your loss. There are no people who love you, honey, but you are dear to you. Every moment in life is a treasure not repeated. A wise man said, "My son tasted all the good things, so I couldn't find anything better than good health. I tasted bitterness, and I found no need for people and moved iron, but I did not find it heavier than religion." If you make yourself a worm on the ground, do not blame those who trample it with its feet. This person, who collects the goal of weakness when sickness and lust, and the goal of power when wars, and devise means of building and destruction, is only evidence of God's existence. The secret to happiness is to admire something without wanting to own it. Be like a falcon, place your peaks. Mostly evil is defeated. He who loves God sees everything beautiful. It is better to arrive late than not to arrive. Everything if more licenses, but literature, if it is more expensive. If you choose to live on the sidelines, know that you will die without a title. The secret is a key that a person must maintain and preserve. If you do not have a hammer, you will treat anything as a nail. Happy houses have no sound. Everyone is thinking about changing the world, but no one is thinking about changing themselves. When there is no hope for the future, then surely there will be no meaning for the present. If people only talked about what they knew, there would be calm in many places. He who truly loves you will never be satisfied to make you cry. An artificial smile like an artificial flower is easily discovered. For every fallen pickup. If only like Al-Asami, time would not change us. Friendship is like an umbrella: the more harmful it becomes, the more need for it. Shame not if we fall, but shame that we cannot rise. The lover does not forget his lover, and the friend does not forget his friend. And the murderer does not forget his dead. And the wound does not forget his wound. Do not be distressed if life gets tough. She is like a mother. She is forced to beat her son? To learn in the coming times. Keep in your life 2 first wisdoms: do not try to reach a person. Do not try to reach you. The second, do not fight the world for a person. He cannot fight his pride for you. It is not the strong who always wins war, but the weak who always lose peace. Happiness is to see the smile on someone else's thorn, and the pain is to see others hurt. The eye sees everything but itself. Need someone you want, be captive. Dispense with whoever you want, not its counterpart. Best to whoever you want, be his prince. Break yourself, relax. A child clad with fire fears fire. The fox does not fall into polytheism twice.
If life were not difficult.
When we got out of the wombs of our mothers, weep. If life was a rose, everyone would have succeeded in breathing its nectar. A piece of bread is not an important thing. But for all it is equal to a starving homeless. If I washed garlic with rose water, it would still smell. How beautiful is a person crying with a smile on his lips, and laughing with a tear in his eyes. Experience is the comb that gives you life after you have lost your hair. Write the best of what you hear, and memorize the best of what you write, and speak the best of what you hear. Reprimand before punishment. The cloud does not harm the barking of dogs. You should not say everything you know, but you must know everything you say. Do not spit in the well, you might drink from it one day. It is not difficult to sacrifice for a friend, but it is difficult to find a friend who is worth the sacrifice. Life is full of stones, so do not stumble with it, but gather it and build a ladder in it that leads you to success. Be in this world as a wayfarer, and leave behind every beautiful trace, so we in the world are nothing but guests, and the guest only has to leave. And whoever has a virtue, he will be indignant thanks to his family, dispensing with him. I help bin my uncle, and I am an enemy of his enemies. You shouldn't say what we know, but you should know what you say. One does not make friends, but recognize them. Difficult to choose who you love. The most difficult to try to hate who you love. Noisation occurs only with empty minds. Do not waste your time arguing with them. Do not be sad if an arrow comes to you from the closest people to you, then the person who tears it and sows in your heart will come love and smile. The most difficult things when the reason for your crying is someone who told you, do not cry, your tears are expensive. Your abandonment is painful, I know, but desertion is fatal, and you will know when someone betrays you.